Very good. Thank you.
It doesn't look like it's letting me record.
No, it's the symbol is there, Lou.
Yeah, it worked. 22nd of November, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Very good. Shkech.
Oh,
From and then on can become the Elech. The im ein yodo maseges rock leder echad b'chol laila lo lebe. So if you only have enough money to light one candle each night for your household, for you and your household, yotza bezeh medina. This by din you're yotze for doing that. Be sure to Shulchan Aruch who rock Lamisha Yadu Masegas Leos Mahadr Minamahadrin Kid Isa Bigamar. And what the din is explained in Shulchan Aruch is only for those who have enough money to do Mahadrin as explained in the Gemara. Echad B'chol Laila, one each night, you had one each night. Im Yeshlo Tisha Neros, you have 9 Neros. Yadlik B'Laila Sheni Shnei Neros. Yeshlo Asara Neros, you have 10 candles. Af Al Pichein Lo Adlik Rak B'Laila Sheni Shtayim. You have 10 candles. Even on the second night, you only light 2. Okay. Kol Shlosha Lo Yadlik Shtayim Rak Achas.
oh,
I'm saying if you only have a total of that many candles, so you can only
right.
add. So if you have 9 candles you light 1 on the first night and 2 on the second night, and then 1 until you're done. If you have 10,
Right.
like first night, 2 on the second night, 2 on the third night until you're done. Okay.
Correct. That's right.
Okay.
Oh, very good.
Up until the last night, Umisha Ain Lo Shemen Harbe. One does not have a lot of oil. Yitin Be'echad Shemen Kashir. On the first, you do one light with the that has an amount that's needed for the proper time to light the candles. Remote Yahalaku Kulam, and whatever is left is divided among the rest of the lamps, and they stay lit as long as they can. Jimyase Lakulam Bishava, if you divide the oil equally among all the candles, Lo Yalik Afil Echad Kashir, then not one of them would be lit for the correct amount of time. The English Esto Shemin Betsumsum, Kol Shimonim, Kol Shimoni Yamim, Ulachavero Ein Lo Klum. If you have enough oil for you to light properly all the nights, and your neighbor doesn't have any oil at all, mutav sheyadlik b'chol laila echad yiten gam l'chavero. It's better to light 1 candle each night and give the extra oil to your friend. Dehom midina ein tzarich ella echad, because by din you only need to light 1 candle, and that way he gets to perform the mitzvah also.
Right. So it's very important that you should, again, we remember that really, according to the strict letter of the law, 1 candle each and every night is the actual mitzvah which you're supposed to do. So there'll be certain nafkaminas when we get further on in the halachas. But so remember this very carefully, that this is the true halacha, 1 nair for each night as you go along, and you don't need more than 1 nair at all. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And specifically when your friend is not in your household, does not eat at your table. But if he is part of your household, therefore he's yotze with your lighting, it's better for you to light in the more mahadran way. Yishmon candles lit on the last night. V'im Hashemen hu biyoker, and it's best to do with oil. Mutav lahadlik b'neros shava. Oh, if you don't have enough oil, it's better to light with wax candles. Liot mosif v'holix, then you can go and keep adding. כמו שכוסו בפנים, ממה שידליק, בשמן זייס נר אחד בכל לילה בלבד.
Great, thank you. Right, so it says here, go ahead.
Saying that if you don't have enough oil to do a mahadran, you should light wax candles. I'm not quite sure.
Well, if shemen would be okay, let's say shemen is very expensive, right? If oil is very expensive, mutar like shive, it's better than rather to use expensive oil. It's better to use wax candles. Because let's say the choice is like this. Let's say you have oil, but very expensive, so you're only going to be able to afford enough oil for one candle of oil every night. But if you buy wax candles, you'll be able to buy a package of 44 candles, and you're able to add on each and every one further and further, as we normally do with wax candles, but you wouldn't be able to do that with oil candles. So what are you supposed to do in such a case like that?
You cut out at the end. You cut out at the end, Rabbi First, didn't catch the end of what you were saying.
Okay. So it's mutar if you have a choice between buying expensive oil and only lighting one candle each and every night, or buying wax candles and being able to add on, as we normally do, one night each nair, an additional nair for each and every night. So it's better. It's mutar lahadlik beneros Shabbat. It's better to light with wax candles, lios mosif loilech, then therefore you're going to add on and continue on adding on. Kamo shikosav bifnim, as we wrote further on in the Shulchan Aruch, I believe is right bifnim in the Shulchan Aruch. Namashi yadlik b'shemen. From that, when he would light with shemen, zayas ner echad b'kol laila levad.
Okay. Lo yadlik yoser. Bein b'layla rishon bein b'shari leilos. Well, in the first night, whether on the rest of the nights, they're called nigdarim etzel balabayas. Everybody depends on the balabayas. Afilu b'nei hagadolim u mishartav. Even the older children. What's mishartav?
Yeah, Misharesis, the what do you call it? The people who are in the servants of the house, Misharetis, the servants of the house, the people who attend to his house, his butlers, his maid servants.
Smuchim al shulchan bekaviyas, since they normally eat from his table. Ein b'chlal b'nei beis, so they're considered part of the household, and therefore the yotze with his lighting. V'yeshom yesh omrin d'chol echad v'chule, and the Haggadah says everybody should light. Me'ishto levad me'ishto dehigufo, except for his wife, who is considered part of his person. Yadlik, they should light. Hainu kamo shekosov le'el b'sif beis. The Yosef Holif, you add one each more each night. Near Echad B'chol Laila, one light each night. Im Ein Yadam Mishana Kol Chat. If you don't change things at all, Elik near Echad B'chol Laila, you usually light one candle each night. Misagas Kol Chat. If you don't have enough, you just light one candle each night.
Right.
Okay. Questions?
Good, very good. I should say, you know what? I realized that we in going back to Tough Reish Ayin, there was an important Bir Lacha that we missed out. If you see on the top of this page, and Noigin Lomesh Zimeres Tishpachos, You see it, it's worthwhile reading learning this short Be'alacha if you see it there. You see what it says? The Ramah said, right, that we're noyig to sing Zmiros Shpachas Basudas Marbin Behem on those Hanukkah parties that we have during Hanukkah. But as Hayasudas Mitzvah, and therefore it becomes a Sudas Mitzvah when we're singing songs of praise and thanksgiving to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But the Berura mentions an important point here. Let's take a look at it. Just Ayin Chuvas Marshal. You see that?
Giant Chuvas Marshal. See in the Chuvas Marshal. Simon Pei Hey. Shakosov. Hold on a sec. Shakosov Sharoy Shehasimcha Tia Reves Uba Belula Besimcha Torah Bial Tivatel Mikviu Secha Adkan Lashona. What is this? Should be extra simcha.
Right, it says Kasav. The Marshal said Kasav. He wrote Sharoy Simcha Tehei Nuvaris Ubalula Besimchas Torah. I mean, it should be that the Simcha, the celebration that it's taking place during these Hanukkah parties should Muvaris. It should be intermixed, Muvaris, intermixed, Ubulula, and it should be interlaced with Simchas Torah, with the joy of Torah. I mean, it should be dry. You should have drushes, and you should be talking Divrei Torah, like, not just getting together. You get a band and everyone's, picking up their feet and giving a good kick in the air with their, their nice to the beat of the drum, right? And
Okay.
secondly, right? Secondly, I mean, if you have a shear, if you have a chavrusa, don't you dare mevatel Torah to go to these Hanukkah parties. You have a shear, you say, I'm sorry, can't go to the Hanukkah party. Don't schedule it with my time. I have a shear, I have a chavrusa, right? Make it some other time when I'm not busy with learning. And that's the Chuvas Marshal, right? That's the Chuvas Marshal. Now the Mishnah continues himself. Here he says, "We'll say to our Rabbim, and with our unfortunate great many sins."
Yesh Anashim she Tachas Miros the Tishbacho Sharoy Halel La Hashem Yisparach Al Nisim Asalanu Haim Marbin Bischok Hakratim.
Hakartim. There are people that instead of Zmiros Shishbochs, instead of the praises and thanksgiving that are roy to praise Hashem Yisbarach, to give praise to Kadosh Baruch Hu on the Nisim, on the miracles that He did for us, Marbim, they rather indulge in skok kartim. They play cards, skok kartim at cards. They play poker, blackjack.
V'harbe harishu hasforim hakdoshim al zeh. I guess, and the books, the holy books, complain about this. V'shomer nafsho yarchik mizeh. And somebody who's careful should distance himself from this.
Right. So sometimes, besides a lot of times, there's a lot of bittul Torah that people get involved with. They miss their shir, they miss their kavrusas, they maybe wake up late because they were up late. I was at the Hanukkah party till 2:30 in the afternoon, 2:30 in the morning, and he woke up. He didn't even say Hallel that day in the chakras. He had to rush off to work because he was busy with a Hanukkah party till 2 in the morning. Right? So he didn't even say Hallel. He had to run off and catch his bus for work. So he's going to say Hallel maybe if he remembers somewhere on the on the trip back home or lunchtime. So, and not only that, besides that, it's even worse when they get together at these parties and start playing cards. It just degenerates to a poker party. So stay away from those things. Don't get involved with them. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. It's worthwhile, honey. Okay, and we're in the Berura, it's worthwhile seeing the next Berura also. I feel honey. This was we learned in Sif Aleph, right? That an honey, even a poor person, has to hire himself out or even sell his garments in order to be able to madlik near Hanukkah.
But afilu ani, harav hamagid kosav de harambam lomed kain midin dalad kosos. He learns after the law of the Arba kosos for Pesach. V'zeh have mishum persumi nisan. They're both because of publicizing the mitzvah, the miracles that took place. Ufize nira the hagaboyim muchuyavim lukain lo neros lahadlik kamo bedalad kosos, and therefore the gizbei tzedakah, gizbori tzedakah should give candles to everybody so they can fulfill the mitzvah. Mi'im lo nasno lo tzarich lasos kamo shekosov b'shulchan aruch. But if they're not given, they still have to follow what it says in the Shulchan Aruch about obtaining the oil or wicks for the candles. The kain hadin v'dalat kosos. That's the same din as v'dalat kosos. If you're not given it, you have to get it yourself. Mihu nira de'ain tzrichen liten lo ki'im ner echad b'chol laila dahainu ner ish lebeso. But they only need to be given one light per night because that's the basic mitzvah of ner ish lebeso, one candle for a house. The yoter have min mahadrin, because more than that is min mahadrin. Ein chiv litain litain. You don't have to give litain low, and you don't have to give you're not obligated to give him more than the basic requirements.
Right. So that's important. Like, if a person is if you're in a situation where you have able to help, there's a nice thing that they should have,
You're cutting out, Rabbi,
you
first.
can expect from the Gabbai Tzedakah. Excuse me?
You're cutting out. We didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, so, okay, right, fine. I was just repeating basically summarizing the Mr. Berura that the Gabbai Tzedakah is only obligated to give the ani the minimal of the halacha, not the mahadrin min mahadrin. Okay, let's continue on.
Okay, Gimel, ner sheyesh lo shtei pios. The candle that has 2 wicks in it, ola lo bishvil shnayim, can count as 2 of your lights for Nero's Hanukkah. Shtei pios, 2 wicks. Hainu she apsilos mekafnim minucham bener zeh esel zeh. They're both in the same, I guess, in the same oil, or the wax candle itself had 2 wicks in it. Rock roshai hapsilos she ke bolton lachutz nechalakin l'shtei mekomos. It's only the candle the separate wicks can be seen as separate.
Yeah, I mean that's the source of the oil is a single tank of oil, so to speak, but the wicks are coming out in different directions or different places, So it appears to be as if they're two separate lights.
Kamash Milan, the Alpha
Okay?
moved
Yeah, we'll
on
get to that.
from the beginning. Inside, they're not mixed together. Apsilos klala kalalze kalozemizeh. Alpha piece. I don't
So we
don't
see,
what's the verse saying from the
so
Kamash.
when you're breaking up, I lost your alpha p should be b'fnim ain't muvdalis apasilas klaus emazeh. I mean, even though within the tank of oil, there's not any distinction between the two candles, right? Go ahead.
When they're lying on the lip of the jug, Menukar Shem Shan, they have to recognize that the two of them.
Right.
The next Shavos B'Shnayim. Then it counts as two candles. So as long as the wicks are separate, when you see them lit, you see different lights, then you can count them as separate candles.
Right.
Ola Bifnei Shtayim. Then it'll count as two candles. Mashma Meloshan Zeh Dafilu Lemhadrin Haosin Ner Lechol Echad. Even person who lights candles for everybody. Gam Kain Yol Zeh Lishnei Bnei Ad. This could count for two people. Guy b'Magen Avram Shadaito. And go see the Magen Avram who holds this way. Delfi Mai de Isa Lael Behagah. De Ledidan, the Musafin Bechol Laila Ner Echad, Bechol Echad Minabayas, and even according, as you said above, we light extra candle for each person in the house. Sorry, call Echad Lahadlik Neros Mimakam Miyuchad. Everybody has to light in a place that is set aside for them. Lo Yadlik Shnei Anashim B'Ner. Then you don't light the two candles. The 2 wicks for two people. Okay. Vafilu b'layla harishona yesh lazar b'zeh. And even on the first, I have to be careful about this. V'ef shedafka ner sheyesh lo rak shnei psios. Specifically, a candle that has 2 wicks. Aval b'menoros shalanu. But in our menorah sheyesh lahen shmona pios, we have 8 bowls. Mutlahadlik it's much as light them for 2 people because the lights are separable. One from this light and one from that light. Rowan Shahadliku because it's clear that you lit 2 candles.
Are there, like in this corner, and the one who's lighting this corner was laying in that corner. Ketzer, meaning that in that extreme, right? In that extreme corner, I mean they're separately apart.
Okay, Deem Locaine, Hayamadlik Seder Achad Eitzel Chavero. If it's not the case, and one's going to be lighting next to his friend, and they're going to get confused. V'kein noagim ba'olam practice.
Right. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Fine. Let's see. We have a moment or 2 now yet. Let's go to let's see Gimel. Let's see. No, Dalid. Yeah.
Okay. Malik Akara Shemen V'Hakifa Psilos. You fill up the plate with oil and you put the wicks. Im Kappa Allah Kli Kopsil Ola Bishvil Ner Echad. what he's,
Right.
what's he saying?
Okay, let's, yeah, so again, here in Dalid, Malakira Shemin Vikipa Pasilos Im Kappa Alav Kli, man, you have you've got yourself a container of oil, right? And you surround it, the rim of the container is surrounded by various different wicks. Okay.
Okay,
And if you cup all of a kli, if you put another plate on top of it, right? So that means that there's a separation between each and every one of the wicks, right? A couple of kli kol pasila ola bishvil nerech, and each one of the wicks there goes for the sake of one of the candles. Then it'll be okay. But if low couple of kli, if you didn't put a kli on top of it, right? Aina ola, it doesn't go up. Ella, the fee, it's a medura. It looks like a medura, which is invalid.
okay.
And
So
so I will. I do. Yeah, we'll have to stop here anyway. So we'll go over this again tomorrow.
all right,
Get the Metzias straight. Thank you, Elizabeth. It's very well read.
Yes,
Thank you.
Lauren.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Lou.
Okay, have a good day, Rabbi.
Okay, thank you. Be well. See you all tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.